I'm Sheila Brummer with Siouxland Public Media News. Snow, wind, and ice predicted for parts of Siouxland tonight through tomorrow night. National Weather Service did issue a winter weather advisory for Cherokee, Sioux, Lyon, and Lincoln counties. A winter storm watch will kick in tonight for Buena Vista, Clay, Dickinson, Emmett, O'Brien, Osceola, Palo Alto, Pocahontas, and Sac counties. Meteorologists say expect heavy mixed precipitation with the potential for up to 3 inches of snow or more and some ice. Depending on the temperature, rain is expected to fall in the Sioux City metro area. Dry conditions in Iowa improved since the start of November, but are still the worst in a decade going into winter, where there's little opportunity to increase soil moisture ahead of next year's growing season. Nearly 3/4 of the state is suffering from some degree of drought, according to the U.S. Drought Monitor. The worst conditions are here in northwest Iowa, where a pocket of extreme and exceptional drought expanded into parts of 18 counties, and where the crop yields of some fields were the worst in the state, according to the Iowa Capital Dispatch. However, the state's corn yield average is expected to surpass 200 bushels per acre thanks to a wet spring and crop genetics. Iowa will receive more than $70 million from drugstore chains Walgreens and CVS over their roles in the opioid crisis. State Attorney General Tom Miller making that announcement today that he finalized the agreement along with the other state attorney generals on the case. And health providers are urging Iowans to take extra precautions ahead of the holiday season. That's as the state's hospitals continue to see high numbers of children with respiratory virus infections. Experts say Iowans should make sure all family members are vaccinated against COVID-19 and the flu. The minority leader in the Iowa Senate says Democrats will do what they can to push back on the governor's goal of sending more state tax dollars to private schools. Senate Democratic leader Zach Walz tells Radio Iowa the plan is a threat to rural schools. Last year, Governor Reynolds proposed giving the parents of 10,000 kids state scholarships to cover private school costs. Once again, Walz suggests that plan to let tens of thousands of Iowa parents get state money after enrolling their child in a private school would divert hundreds of millions of dollars from public schools. The governor's previous school choice plans have failed to pass the Republican-led House, but some GOP opponents were defeated in primaries, and a number of new Republican members were elected to the House in November. The new legislative session starts on Monday, January 9th. The only Democrat to win a statewide race this year says it's time to give independent voters a choice in choosing general election candidates. State Auditor Rob Sands supports open primaries. State law requires Iowans to be registered as a Democrat or a Republican to vote in the June primaries that determine the top 2 candidates listed on the general election ballot. In an open primary, voters choose the top 2 candidates for each race. Sand also supports ranked choice voting, with voters ranking the list of candidates for each office. Sand says Alaska's system of open primaries and ranked choice voting is promoting bipartisanship. A candidate who wins a majority of the vote is automatically declared the winner in a ranked choice system. However, if no candidate reaches that threshold, the second and third choices of voters are tabulated to determine a winner. For Siouxland Public Media News, I'm Sheila Brummer.